Hi, so today we are making a berry crisp for one. Now, you can easily double, triple, or even quadruple this recipe if you need to feed more people. Now, this recipe only takes a few pantry staple ingredients, a half of a cup of fruit, and just a few minutes to put together. And it creates an amazing, delicious dessert. Join me in the kitchen as we make small batch recipes with big taste. Hi, I'm Leigh Anne, and the thing I love most about today's recipe is the flexibility of it. In the summer, I like to use fresh berries or peaches I pick up at the farmer's market, or in the fall, you can use apples. The great thing is, though, that you can use frozen or fresh fruit, so you can make this all year long. So today, I am going to use some frozen berries that I had in my freezer, and this is a combination of raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries. And we're going to just add those into my bowl. Then we're going to add in a teaspoon of sugar. You could also use honey if you prefer, and a teaspoon of flour. This acts as a thickening agent. And then we're just going to go ahead and stir that around and coat the berries. Now, if your berries are frozen, you're going to find that not all of this adheres to the berries, okay? Which is okay. There can be some dried sugar and flour left in the bowl. If your berries are fresh, they're going to just adhere right to those berries and actually start to macerate them or break down the sugars in your berries. So after we've got those coated, we're going to take our little 1 cup ramekin and just put our berries right in there. You don't even need to grease it. But just make sure you get out any little leftover flour or sugar. Now, if your berries are super, super sweet, you may not need to add any sugar at all, or maybe just half of a teaspoon of sugar. All right, we're going to set that aside, and we're going to use our bowl. We're just not even going to wash it out. We're going to use it dirty. It'll work just fine. So next, we're going to mix together that streusel topping, which personally, that is my favorite part of a berry crisp. Now, we're going to use 2 teaspoons of butter. Now, my butter is nice and soft. It's been sitting out. It's a warm day. If your butter is hard or just out of the refrigerator, you're going to want to melt it in the microwave because you need it to be fairly soft. We're then going to take just a tablespoon of brown sugar, a tablespoon of flour, a pinch of salt, and then a tablespoon of oats. And I am using old-fashioned oats. If you've got quick cooking oats, those will work too. They'll just give you a slightly different texture, but it totally works. And then we're just going to take our, I'll use a spoon, and mush that all together. And that butter should just incorporate really nice because it's nice and soft. And sometimes I just get in here with my fingers and it's easier than using a spoon. And just kind of rub it together till it all mixes together, and it'll kind of form a slightly damp sand texture. Go ahead and just kind of crumble it up so it's not in big clumps. Then we're going to take our berries. We're going to take our streusel mixture and just sprinkle it right over the top. This is going to create that sweet, buttery, crunchy topping that is the trademark of a crisp. All right, there we go. Now we're going to pop it into our oven at 350 degrees, and we are going to bake it from anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven, until this streusel topping turns nice and golden brown, and those berries underneath are going to be heated through and nice and bubbly. All right, it is done. It smells delicious. It's perfectly golden brown, and it's ready to eat, except for one thing. We've got to add some ice cream. I don't know about you, but I cannot eat a berry crisp without ice cream. For me, a berry crisp is the perfect summer dessert. And I've lost track of how many times I have made this in the last couple weeks. Sometimes I just make one and Jim and I share it when we just want a little treat, or I double it and make one for each of us. In less than 30 minutes, you can enjoy this delicious berry crisp for one. Now, you'll find the full recipe in the description down below. And I hope you'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified every time I have a new video. Check out some of my other small batch and single serve recipes down below. There's some good ones. And I'll see you in the next video.